So, g'day people, how you going? This is Glenn in the centre. Now, today's topic we want to talk about is what is wrong with the right. Now, in our previous discussion, we had what is wrong with the left, and we found out that the left don't like to talk. So, today, we're going to find out what is wrong with the right, and how can we fix it up. So, to start off with, we're going to talk to Glenn on the right. And then we're going to Glenn on the left. And then we're going to see if we can flash out what is actually wrong with the right. G'day, thank you Glenn. And, well, what is wrong with the right? Well, what's wrong with the right is that we have a left. So that's the whole problem. What is wrong with the right? Well, personally, I don't see any problem. But basically, what is wrong with the right is that we haven't got rid of all the Muslims, we haven't got rid of all those that are not white. So that is what's wrong with the right. But saying that, the right is just not made up of white people. It's actually made up of many different ethnic groups that think people of other ethnic groups really suck really bad. And yeah, that's what's wrong with the right. So basically, there's nothing wrong with the right, except we're always right, and it doesn't matter what you say, we're not going to believe you. Provide evidence. Really, I have faith. I don't need evidence for anything that you do. I have faith in whatever I say. So there is nothing wrong with the right. We are always right. Do you have anything to say? Maybe, maybe not. Whatever. So let's go back to Glenn in the centre, and we'll see if the left can find any bullshit they can dig up, mate, because they're bullshit. Okay, so we have, well, a comment from the right saying that there is nothing to the right, apart from, well, there have been too many Muslims and they want to get rid of people that are not white, so, or people who are not part of their ethnic background. So that's I would say that's basically what's wrong with the right. They want to ethnic cleanse a lot of things. It doesn't mean they want to kill people, it just means they want to segregate people. So let's see what the left says. So what is wrong with the right? Well, basically, Jordan Peterson said that the right used to have boundaries to, well, the right wing of politics. And that boundaries was racism. They thoroughly rejected racist thought, anything to do with racist ideology. And this came about after the Second World War, when Nazi Germany had a large impact on political societies in Australia and everywhere else. And this is where the left actually started to gain momentum to substantiate that all ethnic groups are pretty much the same. There's certain cultural differences that are each type of ethnic or linguistic group that you would like to say has. And, well, as long as they don't include wife beating and all that crap, rape and whatever else. Like if it's just differences in food. You go around the world, you have differences in food. And the right wing doesn't like that. They don't like differences. They want everything to be the same. They want everything to be on the white. And they want everything to be white. Or, like if you're an African nationalist, then you want everything to be whatever. Well, no, you're a Zulu. Then if you're a xenophobe Zulu, you want everything to be Zulu. You don't want anything to be Venda, you don't want it to be Bushman, you don't want to be the Afrikaans, you want it to be Zulu. And you're going to exclude others who are not part of that identity that you agree with. And, Laura Southern actually, I watched one of her videos or an interview of her. They were looking through a window into a restaurant and they had people with different ethnic groups, going around, sitting around, eating together, And she was going, the interviewee pointed out, oh look, here's a classical example of multiculturalism. And her response was, wow, it's actually a pretty rare example. It doesn't really happen all the time. Really, what does she know? Obviously, she doesn't really interact with people who are non-white. In her videos, I haven't really seen her interact with anyone, except interviews. Whoop-de-doo. Anyone can do bloody interview with someone of a different race, but can you make friends with them? Can you socialise with them? Can you just basically do things with them? I don't see Laura Sarvan do any of that. She's just spouting that bullshit about multiculturalism. And that's part of the problem. Well, she doesn't say she's racist, and she doesn't actually say anything racist in her policies. It's quite clear that she wants some type of segregation, and she's definitely anti-Muslim. And basically, a lot of people can't tell the difference between Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus, or even someone who's an Arab. Not all Arabs are Muslims, a lot of them Christians, and there's a lot of Zoroastrians. So they can't actually tell. To them, they're just all Muslims and all that crap. So, what is wrong with the right is that they're letting racism creep in and actually take over their wing of the party. Before, it never used to be like that. They were actually rejecting it. Even though they haven't actually rejected it outright, there have always been some parts of the right have been racist, but they tried to put a bottleneck on it. They tried to slam it down and get rid of it. And now, with Donald Trump's election, it's just all coming out. In Australia, with Labor and Liberal banging on about protecting our borders so that, they're locking up refugees on Manus and Nauru, and then they're coming to pretty bad psychological and physical harm. But when a stupid senator come out blatantly racist in the Australian Senate, all the political parties, even Pauline Hanson, who's a known right-winger, rejected it, because even though Pauline Hanson is the most well-known right-winger, bangs on about Muslims, she seems quite capable of interacting with people of ethnic groups with no real problem. And I can see this just getting worse and worse. So the blatant racists are just going to come to power over time, take over right wing, and that's what's wrong with the right. The racists are taking it over. Thank you, Glenn. And I'll get back. So there you have it. Basically, we have right-wingers, and then we have racist right-wingers. And it seems to me that the racist right-wingers are slowly overtaking that side of the political party. They're starting to use race-based politics to cause problems in the community. Well, there have always been racial problems in the community, but we as a society have been trying to actually fix them up. And they are actually just cutting it down, cut. So they're trying to sever ties with and in between communities. And I'm not talking about just white people here. I'm talking about people of any race in any country. So in Bangladesh, you'd have Bangladeshi nationals who reckon that only Bangladeshis, are deserving of whatever they got. And another good one is in Rohingya state in Burma, where there's been ethnic cleansing by the Burmese, who are Buddhist, supposed to be peaceful, but as we've seen in Cambodia, they can be just as bloody as anyone else. So, the right wing slowly being overtaken by race-baiting politics. I wish the right would actually get together and reject this type of politics again, because it's going to do no one any good. It's not going to make Australia or America great again. It's just going to tear your societies apart. So, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. And look at the light. Look at the light. It looks like a UFO. Ooh.